Hello, 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 ASMR Nation. I've got a basket of stuff to tap on today, and mainly because I have enjoyed these nails so much that I would not forgive myself for doing a random tapping video while I had them on. So I just went around the house and grabbed some little objects that would be fun to tap on, and it ranges from toys, kids' toys, to stuff from my stationery drawer to makeup. Okay, I'm not sure where this basket even came from. One time I came home and it was in the living room, so I'm thinking my fiance must have picked it up, but I have no clue where he would have grabbed this from. Okay, first, we will get some housekeeping out of the way. If you are new here, welcome to my nonsense. If you're old here, welcome back, OGs. If you're new here, I invite you to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and everyone, if you'd like to leave a comment or hit the like, boop the like, go ahead. Any of those things are free ways to help the channel grow. And as always, I will link my tip jars in the description boxes below. And if you can help the channel out monetarily, that is how you can go about doing that. No pressure whatsoever. Okay, let's scoot the basket over. I'm going to take one more sip of water. H2O plus ice. Except all my ice is like clumped together. I don't know how to avoid that, but it happens a lot. It's some kind of curse. Okay. I'll show you these little tappers again. We're about done with the wear on these. It's been about a week and a half. So they've held up really good, and if you wear press-ons, glue-ons, I highly recommend this brand. I'm not sponsored. Wish I was, but they're not expensive. They're about, I think, maybe $7 a pack, seven or $8 a pack. And it's called Polychrome and Air is the brand. Polychrome and Air, and I have had a few from that brand now, and they do better than most of the Amazon artificial nails that I have purchased. Okay, should we start with Dude Crush? This is Crush. This is Crush. And he is from one of my favorite movies, as well as a movie all my kids loved and still do, and the toddler is obsessed with, and that is Finding Nemo. And he's kind of like this surfer guy, this surfer turt. That's what the toddler would call turtles up until he finally figured out how to say turtle. Kind of missed the turt stage, But this is Crush. And this is Crush's shell. I absolutely adore all sea creatures, but especially sea turtles and seahorses. How many plates? 1, 2, And then he's got some neck wrinkles. Same. Some patches on his head. Little feet. And these move, so it's cute because like you can set him down. Isn't that cute? We had like pretty much every animal from the movie. Right now, this is the only one I've seen in a while, so I don't know if they're under the couch or what. And then this is his tum-tum. Tickle, tickle, tickle. So that was Crush. Okay, let's do a stationary one. This I got from Etsy a long time ago when I had, and I want a Stalogy. I cannot remember what size this is, but it's just a cover for over the Stalogy notebooks. Stalogy is just a notebook that has a big following. The paper's really nice and it's thin. I think almost all the Stalogy users I know have grid. I don't know if they come in something that's non-grid. And then you just slip one cover of the Stalogy in one, and then like the front cover, and then the back cover. All at the time, this was years ago, this was like 2019. At the time, this was really all they had was this star one. And I should look again if I get back into the Stalogies, because I don't want stars. I don't know what I want. But I like the jelly covers because they're just nice to tap on. They are so satisfying. This one almost kind of matches my nails, actually. So this is a Stalogy cover. I don't remember the shop I got it from. Oh, it says Salty. So maybe if you go on Etsy and you search Salty, this will come as like Salty notebook covers or Salty Stalogy covers. This would come up. Okay. This is just a little pencil case. I almost threw this out. It was like anger cleaning. And this was in my way, and I was like, almost like just, get out of here. But I held on to it, and I'm glad I did. It actually is just a cheapo little pencil case, but I did get it when I was on vacation. I got it. I was in New York City, and I got it at the H&M that's like right in or by Times Square. So I should just keep it for sentimental reasons. I actually need to probably use it in my work bag because I have rando pens and pencils flying around in there, and it's not very efficient to be looking all over for a pen or pencil when I need one. making me really tired. Probably my top, for a long time, my top ASMR videos were all tapping. Long nail tapping, unboxing tapping. This was my big one, was this type of tapping. Like PVC, is that what it's called? Plastic? I don't know. But I still enjoy it. It's like an olive green. Okay. Here is an interesting one. This, my now teenager made this when she was little, and it says Mom, and it's made out of clay. Oh, yep, it says from Fauna to Mom. Oh, how sweet. It's even got her little fingerprints from when she was little. That is so cute. From Fauna to Mom. And it wrapped around. It's funny because I've had this, since I've probably had this for 10 years. And, for years I had it out wherever. And I remember I had it out at work one day. Like, I took it to work. It was at my work for the longest, sitting on my desk at work. And she came in one day, years and years after she made this. She was like, "Oh, you still have that?" And I was like, "Yes, thank you." She goes, "That's a poop. It's supposed to be a turd." So I did not know that. But now it's even more like I don't want anything to happen to it, because the fact that I didn't realize that. Because, when your kids make something, you don't judge it. You're just like, "Oh, thank you." And if you don't know what it is, you usually just you don't want to hurt their feelings. So you're just like, "Thank you." And so I never asked if it was something, but yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a turd. I actually would love to play with clay again. I haven't done it in a long time. I don't know how I did it, because I'm not that good with clay, but one day, like back in my drinking days, so a long, long time ago, I was super hungover. And so for me to have this talent that came out of nowhere that day, I don't know, but we were playing with clay, and I made really good SpongeBob characters out of clay, like really good. I still have the picture somewhere. Okay, this I have not opened, but I should, and it's like take your phone and suck it to any glossy surface to take videos, selfies, live feeds, more. So it's the suction cup. I need to open this and see if it works. It's www.suckit.com. Okay. Yeah, take your phone and suck it to any glossy surface to take videos, selfies, live feeds, to use GPS and more. Universal clip, easily held for reading, texting, or browsing the web. Available in a variety of colors. There's not much to be colored. There's just like these little edges. So I don't know. But I will have to see if it works. I did have a little sticky thing on the back of my phone, but I feel like those are gross. After a few times of use, I just feel like they're just gross. So I'll give this one a whirl. Okay, let's do another toy. This is like a scuba guy, a scuba Steve. Scuba Steve. came with like he came in a set. I know there was like a cage, like a shark cage with him, and maybe some sharks. And I believe this was from my brother to my toddler at Christmas time. So yes, he is just a little scuba guy, and surprisingly he's pretty intact. Oh, his feet move a little too, but not the knees, and then he moves at the hips and the arms, but not the hands. And he's got his little tank back here. This guy's got a real skinny head. I would never scuba dive. Well, yeah, I would never scuba dive. What's the one where you aren't scuba diving, but you're like floating and breathing like through the little tubes? You're not like down. God, I don't know. Or is that scuba diving and this is something else? I don't know. Let me know if you know. I might do that one, but no scuba. Deep ocean scares the crap out of me. So this is a little Scuba Steve. Okay, I think there's like 2 more things in here. 3 more things in here. So this is another stationery drawer thing, and it's more like that jelly plastic, my favorite trigger. And this goes into my traveler's notebooks, which I have several of. But it goes like you wrap it around a notebook, and then you can keep, you could actually use it as like a wallet. You can keep your business cards, your credit cards, whatever you need on the daily in there. And then there's a little zippered pouch, so you could keep anything little that you need to keep in there. It's actually traveler's notebooks. That's why I'm like out of Astrology. Traveler's notebooks are really awesome. There's never one perfect fit. I think they call it like planner piece. Like, how do you find your planner piece? Because you're always like, there's pros and cons to everything. I want one that's all pros, but. And then, let's see, this came with probably a moleskine. And it's just a ruler that comes in the moleskines. And then the size of this notebook and the size of this is called a Cahiers. It's on the label here. Cahiers ruled set of 3. And if you like moleskine, that's cool, but you can also find cheaper ones. You just have to measure. So if you were to look, would be a set of 3 ruled journals, 80 lined pages, last 16 sheets detachable. So the size is 5 inches by 8 1/4 inches. That's the size notebook you would want if you got a traveler's journal, which is the cover where you put several notebooks in. So that would be like, you have to find out what size you're going to do, and then you order the notebooks for it. So I have a Cahiers. I have an 8x10, like a loose leaf, and that fits like composition notebooks too. That's a big one. And that one's probably my most expensive cover, and it's a thick leather. Not gonna lie though, like talking about anchor cleaning, I hadn't used my disc systems in a long time, and I had like 3 or 4 disc planer systems, and I had the hole punch and some other accessories, a lot of these things that went into those, And I was like, I never use this. It's got to go. And I miss those things a lot. So I'm still mad about that. And I don't want to like rebuy because then, oh, I don't know. Okay, this is my favorite kind of hair dye. These are like, well, if you're real young, you probably don't know what phone cords used to look like. Like house phone cords used to look like. They used to look like this. Obviously, they weren't in a circle. They were just long. They went from the keypad of the phone to the earpiece. Okay, and there was a different kind of cord that went from the keypad to the wall. And you could only walk. The thing is, you could get separate pieces, so you could go buy an extra long one of these. You could walk farther away from the wall or around the corner if you needed to. Because if you lived with like nosy siblings or nosy parents, and it was just like you didn't want to be right in front of them while you were talking, just not even if they're nosy, like I don't like talking in front of people, but so you'd have to get a longer cord so that you could like go around the corner and talk. I mean, there was also cordless phones too, but usually the kitchen phone was a regular wall-attached phone or counter phone, and then we would have little notebooks or like little pieces of paper right there, or like junk mail. And when people would call for your siblings or your parents, you'd have to say, no, he's not here, can I take a message? That was just, you'd have to you were everybody's secretary, okay? And then you'd write it down, and you'd get in trouble if you lost it, or it was a big pain in the butt. So, but we would sit there and we would twirl these things, and they would get like all tangled up, and it was a hot mess. Because if you're like me, you can't just talk on the phone. You have to like doodle or tap or do something. Pacing was hard when we had wall phones. Really hard. I can hear my dog snoring in the other room. But we only have one left, and then I will take him up to bed. Guess my little tapping got him tired too. This is Urban Decay. I don't really like it. Shade 4.0 Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation. It says it's waterproof. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I'll like it again one day. But it is matte, and I've already tanned twice since I bought this color, so I'm a little darker than I was when I first bought it, which is another problem. Makeup problem is that like you buy a color, and then if you decide you're gonna tan and you're like me, it only takes like 2 tans until you're already another shade. So anyway, the Urban Decay Waterproof. I have not put that to the test yet. Waterproof foundation. Like, why would you want your foundation to be waterproof? Because, like, I understand with eye makeup because you get watery eyes or you might cry or something, and I guess with foundation, if you cry, you'd want it to be waterproof too. But if I knew ahead of time I was gonna cry, I wouldn't be wearing foundation. But I do wonder, like, because I get really, like, runny. My nose gets really runny. Because I have allergies all the time, so I wonder if that would help, like, putting it at the tip of my nose right there, to have waterproof makeup instead of regular makeup might help it stick a little bit better. I always have like a red chapped nose. Okay, it's just that it's kind of matte. It's very matte, I believe. And yeah, full coverage matte finish. So I prefer like a dewy finish. Anyways, I'm tired. My dog is tired. We're all kind of just hoping then. The only thing that like prevents us from all going to sleep is if my toddler is not tired yet. And I can hear him upstairs chatting. He talks a lot now, which is great. It's hilarious. But for some reason he likes to party. I'm not a party animal, he's a party animal. So hopefully he winds down soon and doesn't jump all over me once I crawl into the bed. But if you are still there and you watched this to the end, thank you. I hope you have a good rest of your day, rest of your evening, or a good